Let's envisage this for a second. Ezekiel Lol Gatkuoth has patronized President Kiir to the extent of calling him his tribe. He was not even saying his tribe alone. He was saying our tribe. It's like he was commanding the South Sudanese to call President Kiir their tribe. I have never heard in history of mankind another man praising another man or another man calling another man as his tribe. Even the worst dictators that have ever lived, the worst kings, the worst leaders that have ever lived in the history, I have never heard any history or any leader that has ever commanded or ordered people to call him their tribe. It has never happened in the history. It only happened in South Sudan, and it was said by Ezekiel Lol Gatkuoth. Let's listen to what he said. Some of you might have come across this video already, and you have heard it.
You being a Nyangbara will not pay your bill. You being a Zandi will not pay your bill. Maybe you will get somebody, a Morale, to pay your bill, and this is your tribe. Not the Nyangbara who is not paying your bill. Well, again, there is nothing called Dinka. Dinka will not pay your food. As a name, Ana Dinka, Ana. What is it? It's nothing. The one who is taking care of you, who is paying you, this is your tribe. The tribe Itana, that's Salva Kiir Mayadi Kalas. Because he's the one who is actually leading us all. Well, again.
Imagine Ezekiel Lol Gatkuoth is saying that a typical Nuer man is saying or is praising another man or is calling another man his tribe. A typical Nuer man. As I was going through comment sections when I got the video, some people were even saying, even Mama Ayen, the wife of President Kiir, could not say that statement. I was cross-checking the comment sections. People were disappointed in you, or people are disappointed in you big time. Sometimes I just wonder how your kids are going to listen to this, how your kids are going to perceive this. Let's say if they are grown-up men like me, they are grown-up people like me, or let's say if they are still kids, but they will still grow up and listen to your speeches. So they will be wondering, they will be questioning themselves, is this how our father used to be? Is this how our father used to talk? Patronizing, praising another man because of position, because of food. Even Jesus says, a man cannot live on bread alone. It doesn't mean that if the person is feeding you, if the person is giving you something, you can call that person your tribe. Even Jesus Christ was never patronized to be called God. Even himself, he said, he's the Son of God. He didn't say, I'm the God. But here, Ezekiel Lol Gatkuoth is saying President Kiir is his tribe. President Kiir is his God. President Kiir is his Lord. The other day, he said he must protect President Kiir by all means. Because if he's not going to do so, he must lose his position. If Kiir loses, he's going to also lose. So the guy is clearly defending his position. To me, I just see it this way. It's like President Kiir is forcing these people to come out to praise him so that they can maintain their positions. Like this, what this Ezekiel Lol Gatkuoth is doing. I'm seeing him is just praising Salva Kiir, worshipping President Kiir so that he could retain his position. That's the way I'm seeing. Now the guy was saying, we should call President Kiir as our tribe. The other people were clapping. I don't know what were they clapping for. Do they understand what he was saying? Or they just clap for the sake of clapping hands? An ugly history is being written in South Sudan. A Nuer man, Nuer Weu in South Sudan, they are rewriting the history of the Nuer people. And the history they are writing, it's a bad one. It has never happened in history that a Nuer man can worship or a Nuer man can vote. A Nuer man can patronize someone to be his God, someone to be his tribe, because he or she is feeding you. It has never happened in the history. It has never happened in the history. It's not in the Nuer blood. You can worship someone. It's not there. UN has been feeding South Sudanese for how many years now? But nobody has ever said that we should call UN as our tribe. What you said, it's a dying citizen, a dying civilian, a starving citizen could at least say that, and it could be understandable. But you, the very who is in the leadership ladder, and you are saying that. You are saying that. Huh? Please, not us, you alone. You decided to press Salva Kiir, to patronize President Kiir, to worship President Kiir. Don't mislead other innocent South Sudanese. Let President Kiir be your tribe alone. Even our fathers, our mothers, our brothers, sisters, relatives, and friends, they have been fearing, supporting, and we are not patronizing them. We are not calling them our tribes. Nobody is bigger than the tribe. Nobody is bigger than tribe. Nobody. At least if you could have said, South Sudan is our tribe, and we must protect it, we must develop it, it could be understandable. And instead of calling a man, that will, the other day, maybe the next day will go. The next day will go. You are calling him your tribe. Someone who will just, it is just the same. Every dog has its own day. It's just his day. And you are patronizing. It's like the guy is going to live for eternity. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. The guy is just his turn. Another man's turn is coming. So the guy will go. And the other guy who is coming also will go. Nobody is going to live in South Sudan for eternity or in this world. Nobody is immortal. Everyone comes and go. Generation comes and go. And the tribe will always be there. The tribe will always be there. And the country will also be there. Yeah? Sometimes you people should also mind about what you say in public. At least if you are saying maybe somewhere else it could be good. But publicly you are coming addressing people. Please, you people should be praising President Kiir in another way. In another way. Maybe privately. Or in another way that the other will not know. This one is a clear begging. Clear begging. You are begging. You cannot say you are not begging. Don't blame us. We the critics or analysts when we talk. Because it's you exposing yourself. It's you humiliating yourself. Professor Lumumba once said, it's good to respect leaders, but respect must be earned. So it's you humiliating yourself, it's you exposing yourself, your intentions, you are letting your intentions known without anybody forcing you. So you should not blame whoever is going to talk, whoever is going to comment, because it's you now. Abusing yourself is you humiliating yourself. Nobody. The people who are going to talk or write or do whatever, they are just reacting to whatever you say. Because whatever is coming out of your mouth is true. It's true. And you are saying it in front of everybody. We are just wondering. The people, the Republic of South Sudan is being led by people who are not supposed to be leaders. Professor Lumumba quoted or stated, he said, there are some leaders who are not from God. And that's true. Some people are being led by people who are not anointed, who are not chosen by God. Like Israel was one time led by Saul, and Saul was not anointed or was not appointed by God. David was appointed. This is the very same situation which is happening in South Sudan. South Sudan is being ruled by great leaders. Great leaders. But the righteous one, the righteous one's time is coming. The righteous are going to reign in South Sudan, and there will be peace and harmony in South Sudan. All 64 tribes will live in peace and harmony. And you will never see your fellow brothers and sisters as your enemy or threat again. That peaceful South Sudan is coming.